there has been a lot to look at this past little while. So joining me now is the living sky guy, Tim Jaworski. Tim, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's start with all this Aurora wonder. We are getting our newsroom inbox is inundated with people sending in these incredible photos of the northern lights that have been showing up this week. What exactly is going on here?
Well, what's going on is, first off, we've just come out of the solstice, okay? And the spring and fall solstices traditionally have a little bit more activity with Aurora, but we're also coming into what's known as solar maximum. The sun goes through an 11-year cycle, and for anywhere from very little activity to a lot of activity. And with solar maximum coming up sometime over the next year, we're seeing that ramping up activity in the sun. And the more activity in the sun is, the greater the chance of Aurora. So we just got to getting hit with a double whammy this week.
And so, you're saying this is like a 1 in 11 years type thing, possibly?
Yes, sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But the nice thing about it is there's a shoulder on there from maximum, usually for a year and a half at either side. Okay. So that's why we're seeing a lot lately. And we'll be seeing some more.
Oh, that's great. And we are loving it. But there is something else a little more unique than, Aurora Borealis that is happening in our sky this week.
Okay, and that's a comet.
Yeah.
Okay, and the comet is Shushenshen, which I'm probably saying wrong. Shushenshen Atlas.
Right to me.
And that particular comet was discovered in 2023, and it first made its actual appearance where people started seeing it with telescopes just the beginning of September this year. And the southern hemisphere has had this incredible view of it as it's approaching the sun. So they're getting that beautiful corona and tail.
Oh, wow.
And now it's passing beyond the sun and then coming out so that we will have a chance to be able to see it in the evening skies in the northern hemisphere. And the first thing I want to talk about comets is comets are like cats. They both have tails and they both do what they want. And what I'm talking about today is, if everything goes great, this is what we're going to see. Okay. And if everything goes the way it should go, starting about the evening of the 12th, so basically Saturday night, starting Saturday night and right through until the end of the month, we're going to see in that western sky, about 45 minutes after sunset, when you go out, a good chance of being able to see this comet. Now, it may be something you'll see with the naked eye. It may not be bright enough for that, but bright enough to be able to see with binoculars, or only see it with a camera.
Okay.
It's sort of it's a roll of the dice. And essentially what makes a comet visible, essentially, what creates the tail is the comet itself is just a frozen ball of dirt and ice. And as it gets closer to the sun, that ice melts and it creates that tail. So what we've been seeing is that ice melting in the southern hemisphere. They've been seeing that tail beautifully.
Yeah.
So our hope is that when it passes past the sun and heads in our direction of the sky, there's still a lot more to be able to melt. And it's sort of a 50-50 chance as to whether we're going to be able to see anything with the naked eye, binoculars, or a camera. Definitely with a camera we should be able to see something, but hopefully just going out with the naked eye. And like I said, the main thing you want to be able to see it is essentially to go out somewhere where you've got an open western horizon. Okay. And you're going to go out about 45 minutes after sunset. So you got a little bit of twilight darkness there. And I've given you some images there. One of the images that was taken by my friend Alan Dyer in the southern United States of the first part of it, but there's also some images on there showing some animations and some graph charts showing how it's going to progress across the sky. Okay. So best case scenario, you take your family out around 7:15 at night, out into the open prairie, and you see a comet. Worst case scenario, you take your family out to an open prairie on a beautiful fall evening and enjoy the beauty of Saskatchewan.
Okay, that's wonderful. So what days How long is this going to last for us then? When should we go?
The anticipated time for us to be able to see it is between October the 12th and October 31st.
Okay.
So the stronger the comet is, the longer that may last. The less strong it is, it might fizzle out soon, but well, who's to know?
We shall see. We'll keep our fingers crossed and our eyes to the sky. Tim Yaworski, the Living Sky Guy, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, man.